Hello, Intactivists! In the news this week, we have Your Whole Baby, GALDEF, Health Equality Campaign / Intaction, Stealth Retainer news, and much more coming up. In POTS news, we have made an Intactivist video, and it's doing fantastic. I know I was supposed to take a bit longer on that, but it luckily didn't. And it's already gotten over 8,500 views, which is super cool. So it doesn't have a lot of interactions though, but that's super awesome that this video is doing as well as it is. And also that ad is still running, so that means that we're going to get more and more people reached. Once this ad ends, we're going to promote it again, but hopefully we get some more walks, which are people to respond to other people in the comments. We're getting a lot of comments of people defending circumcision, and we need people to help combat the misinformation, because there's a lot of misinformation in the comments for sure. Also, in the meantime, besides just commenting, if you could please like and share our videos and graphics on our Facebook, that would be great. Just go ahead and follow my Facebook. Let's build up the POTS Facebook following so we have more organic reach to supplement the paid advertisements. And also, we've hit over 100 people on our Facebook in such a short amount of time. That is super awesome. Speaking of Facebook, in the video special this week called Mastering Facebook Ads for Intactivists, I explain how well our cyber front is doing with Intactivism and our plans moving forward. Dr. Eugene got his final Part 3 interview released this Saturday. Dr. Eugene is a therapist that works with Intact America. You can learn his thoughts on what role religion has on healing from your circumcision trauma. And also, he answers a whole bunch of fan questions as well. Also, we have beaten James Lowen in the number of videos produced. We do have 87 videos made private, which were financial and other off-topic, non-Intactivist videos. So if you count the 87 videos, we have 552 to James Lowen's 544 videos. It took James Lowen 18 years to get to this many videos. It took POTS just 3 years.
You suck!
I would like to thank everybody who has done an interview with POTS. Thank you, because you guys helped make this happen. Okay guys, now buckle up, because everything else for the most part from here on out is bad news. So, in Your Whole Baby news, Your Whole Baby, volunteers needed. It says, join our dedicated volunteers. We're looking for passionate long-term volunteers to help us manage and nurture our community and parenting groups, which include over 70,000 members each. As an admin, you'll play a key role in enforcing group roles, fostering positive communication, and representing the values of our organization. Honestly, it seems like to me they're just looking for a moderator. So if you want to be a moderator, definitely go ahead and join Your Whole Baby. It says, if you're committed, kind-hearted, and ready to make a difference, we'd love to hear from you. Send a message to Your Whole Baby inbox for more details. Let's make a positive impact together. Also, I did reach out to ask if they wanted to do an interview on POTS to get the word out. They told me kindly no, because of reasons. You can read that right there if you want to. And in Health Equality Campaign news / Intaction news, I know this is labeled under GALDEF, but the Medicaid bill fails in New Hampshire. So this is really not good. So this talks about the New Hampshire House of Representatives narrowly approving a bill to remove Medicaid funding for newborn circumcision. It got sent to the Senate. On April 9th, however, the bill failed in the Senate Health Committee primarily due to religious motivated objectors. Prior to the vote, a letter was sent to the state senators on the committee urging them to pass the bill. That letter was signed by GALDEF and 17 other individuals and organizations. We're not going to read the letter, but if we read down here, it says the most outspoken opposition to the bill came from older Jewish senators, which comments such as Jews will not feel welcome in New Hampshire if this passes. With all the anti-Semitism in the US these days, this will only add to it. This will be like a sign on the highway that Jews are not welcome. It does say, ironically, HB94 excluded religious circumcisions. I did not know that. I thought HB94 said that it was only for medical reasons. I did not know it was excluding religious circumcisions. If Anthony the Squadra is having all this trouble, what makes you guys think that Eric Klopper from Intact Global is going to fare any better? Let me know down in the comments. But anyways, if you guys do want to go ahead and check out the Medicaid hearing, you can go to this video here and just go to 4 hours 38ish minutes. That's when the hearing begins on the circumcision HB94 bill. And in GALDEF news this time, for reals, GALDEF has a major fundraiser announced to help make how to sue and win possible. So I think this is kind of ironic coming from GALDEF, because I don't think any intactivist besides maybe David Llewellyn has sued and won any circumcision lawsuit. But it does say that GALDEF has begun fundraising for 2 vital projects this year and has set an ambitious goal of raising a combined total of $12,000 by June 30th. Now, this explains the modules and module 2. So there's going to be 2 modules. One is going to familiarize attorneys with the many vital legal issues surrounding MGM customs. The module will contain 6 to 8 10-minute videos featuring experienced attorneys discussing penile anatomy, foreskin, physiology, and long-term harm experienced by circumcision sufferers, how to eviscerate health arguments and expose the bogus diagnosis of phimosis as medical fraud. Okay, so this I think this talks about legal theory here. And then 2, we will feature experienced attorneys educating potential plaintiffs about the best ways to prepare to bring a lawsuit for circumcision done to the quote-unquote standard of care. It will consist of 6 to 8 10-minute videos with topics ranging from the need to understand your state statute of limitations and the concept of discovery to the importance of documenting one's harm with medical and mental health professionals and the type of treatment you could face by legal opposition during the course of your case. All right, this doesn't really say which lawyers they're going to be using for this, but it does say after evaluating 3 bids for the project, GALDEF negotiated with the company that recorded the inaugural Intact Global conference in Portland this past March. The company was able to secure us a filming location in an exquisite private home in Palm Springs, California, at no cost to GALDEF. Although we received a generous discounted quote, there will still be costs associated with the videographer's filming and editing time, airfare, one of the attorneys, and initial promotion of the modules to attorneys in law schools. So essentially this right here is advertising costs. These costs are estimated to be $9,500. And the filming begins July, with the modules being ready by August 31st. Alright guys, let me know what you think about this. I am very curious. I'm not going to read much more of this. Just let me know what you guys think. But there is 3 Pride events in 2025 that GALDEF is lumping with this $9,500 video course. Essentially, they're paying $9,500 for a video course. They're lumping 3 Pride events in it as well. And the 3 places are going to be in West Hollywood, California for about 2 days, Portland, Oregon for about 2 days, and Palm Springs for about 2 days. Space rental for the 3 information booths and related expenses total around $2,500. Your gift to How to Sue and Win campaign will make our presence possible. So for about 6 days, guys, that's costing about $2,500. So this is about $416 a day for informational booths, in case you guys wanted that breakdown. And in Stealth Retainer news, Stealth Retainer has brought 2 new videos. One is how to use the P-tainer, and the other is how to use our sizing guide. So if you guys wanted to go ahead and use stealth retainers, or you have them and you're not sure how to actually use the stealth retainer, now you can. And just be warned that this here is definitely not safe for work. Yeah, so please just take note of that. But it is very informational. I did watch it. All right, and on to the Intactivist calendar for the week. So we have Intact America's inaugural Skin in the Game Award. This is April 30th. It's going to be at the Poster House, 119 West 23rd Street, New York, 111 is the zip from 5:30 p.m. all the way to 9:30, so about 4 hours. It is $500 for the award ceremony and dessert, and $60 for just dessert only. Bloodstained Men. Bloodstained Men have their Minnesota and Dakota circumcision crisis protest May 10th through May 18th. So in about a month from now, they will be out in St. Paul, Minnesota, protesting, with locations being determined currently. As I mentioned before, every day they protest is going to be about 4 hours long. Okay, NoCirc Michigan has their WIC Training and Educational Conference Thursday, May 8th through May 9th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's about 10 hours. And Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's about 5.5 hours. And this is at Grand Transverse Resort, Acme, Michigan. Also, the Fernandel Pride, that's Saturday, May 31st, from 1 until 10 p.m., so that's about 9 hours, at West 9 Mile Road, Ferndale, Michigan. Your Whole Baby, they're going to Babies and Bumps, Pittsburgh. This is Sunday, June 22nd. It's still kind of a far way out, but this is at Doubletree by Hilton Hotel, Pittsburgh Cranberry, at 910 Sheraton Drive, Mars, Pennsylvania, 16046. And this one here is Babies and Bumps, Cleveland, Sunday, September 28th, 11 a.m. through 4 p.m. Eastern at Cleveland Marriott East. All right, and on to the polls of the week. So for this poll, do you think religion helps you get through your circumcision trauma? This goes off of the Dr. Eugene interview that we had this Saturday. Most people put no and or worsens it. So religion is not very helpful to most people who have circumcision trauma. Only a very few say yes, religion does help them get through it. Once again, guys, if you don't like how this turned out, please go to my Discord and go vote, because your vote matters. And on to the fundraisers of the week. Okay, so starting us off on this fundraiser, we have GALDEF, help make How to Sue and Win possible. And also the Pride Parades are in here. $5,000 already raised out of their $12,000 goal, so they are 42% of the way there. Your Whole Baby booth, Babies and Bumps Cleveland, they are still at $535 raised out of their $720 goal. They are 74% of the way there. Now this is Your Whole Baby, Babies and Booth in Pittsburgh. Not quite sure where they're at in this, but they did get a brand new donation of $100. That is super awesome this past week. So that's great to see that Your Whole Baby, Babies and Bumps Pittsburgh is honestly almost funded. They're getting pretty close to their $670 goal. I would say that they're about, 20% more. Okay, so Unaltered, removing circumcision-related misinformation. There has been no change. They have raised $55 out of their $1,000 goal, but this does not include their coffee donations. Forgin. Okay, they did like this brand new thing on GoFundMe, and it's really stupid. Like, it loads weird. But anyways, Forgin made $10, adding to their already broken goal of $100,824 raised. Eric Klopper, support Intact Global's fight against genital mutilation. They are getting quite a bit of donations, which is super good news for Eric Klopper, making a little over $200 this past week. They're at 76% raised of their $50,000 goal, being at $37,800 raised. Also, Intact Global Oregon litigation effort has raised $350 out of their $30K goal. And this is Intact America, hold doctors and hospitals accountable for penis injuries. They have not been getting much donations for the past 3 months. It's been like nothing for the past 3 months. That definitely spells trouble. I wonder if they're going to use their money that they make from the inaugural Skin in the Game party celebration to go ahead and help fund this, because this is only 10% raised of their $50,000 goal. I don't know what's going to happen to this project. All right, Prevail over the system. We're at 22% of our $2,000 goal. Thank you guys for donating to POTS. I appreciate it very, very, very much. Also, keep in mind you can do our e-commerce program. That's free to do. It literally doesn't take any extra money from you. It is a really awesome program. And also our CareBuzz, super free for you to use. Doesn't cost you anything to download or anything. You just download it. That helps out POTS too. And all that's free. And all that can help POTS keep making videos and even help with the Intactivist ad campaign. So please, guys, if you want to, at this point, I don't like asking for donations, but if you want to donate, that definitely helps us out. And once again, if you don't have extra money, think about the e-commerce program or the CareBuzz. It does not take money from you to do that. All right, and on to the Intactivist growth for the week. So last week, the Bloodstained Man was at 7,061 followers. This week, Bloodstained Man's at 7,050 followers, which is an 11-person loss, or a 0.16% decrease from last week. Bloodstained Man shrinking for the first time in about 2 months now. Alright guys, that's all I have for the news. Don't forget about watching Mastering Facebook Ads for Intactivists, and also the Dr. Eugene Final Part 3 interview. Please like and share this to get this out to more people. Also, don't forget the comment, that really does help. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.